What I'm about to show you not only sounds cool, but will help get your fingers used to the feel of good hand position on the guitar fretboard. And it will also help to begin to develop great coordination between your fretting hand and your picking hand. 2, 3, 4. And I even had my nails done especially for this tutorial. So this is the classic rock and roll walking bass line that's been heard in countless tunes. And in this beginner's guitar tutorial, I'm going to show you the basic pattern to help you get started with it. So we're going to keep this simple. We're going to keep this in 4/4 time, which means that there are 4 beats in the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And each note that you play in this walking bass line will be with a down pick and will also be one note. So here's the first half of the rock and roll walking bass line pattern. You can also see it on the screen here as well. And we're starting on the 5th fret of the low E string, the 5th fret of the low E string with your 2nd finger. And it's your first beat and it's the down pick. Now with your 1st finger, go on to the 4th fret of the A string, this one here, and then down pick. Now comes a bit of a stretch from the 1st finger to the 4th finger, but you can release it. You don't have to keep the finger on the fretboard, okay? You can release it. 4th finger, which is at the 7th fret, and down pick. And then the 1st finger again at the 4th fret of the D string. And so that's the first half, and what it sounds like is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger. Whew, that's tough. And that's the basic pattern for the first half. Now let's have a look at the second half. So for the second half of the bar, we're again going to be playing 4 beats. And we are now starting on the 5th fret of the D string with your 2nd finger. 5th fret, D string, 2nd finger. First pick, that's your first beat. Then you're going down, because now what we're doing is going backwards. So we've got the 1st finger on the 4th fret of the D string. Your little finger will go on to the 7th fret of the A string. And there's that pick. And then for the final beat of that second bar, your 1st finger is on the 4th fret of the A string. This one right here. And that's the end of the second bar. So what we can do now is put it together. But first, let me show you just how that second half starts. So we've got this kind of downward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger. I don't know how I can keep that up, or if I can keep that up for the rest of the video. So the complete pattern sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that cool, man? I think that's absolutely brilliant. 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger. Woo. And that whole pattern is 2 bars. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the thing is, how can you use this in a song? How would you actually use that bass line? Well, one of the greatest chord progressions in the world is the classic 12-bar blues chord progression. And here it is in the key of A. You can see it here on the screen. And A uses 3 chords. It uses A, D and E. Now you know the A pattern, but how are we going to play the D and the E pattern? But before we check that out, let's talk about thumb position first. So you can see here in this clip my hand position. So you can see where my thumb is, and you can see the way my wrist is as well. And so, if you look, I'm going to play the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my thumb doesn't move very much, although you can see my wrist is moving slightly as I do it, basically to help me accommodate my little finger, because the little finger is the one that is, as I said, it stretches a bit, and that's why my wrist moves a little bit. See there, you see the when I go like that, it moves slightly towards me as I do that 4th finger, because I need to stretch because I've got quite short fingers. But the thumb doesn't really move at all. And you can see it's not exactly at the back, and it's not right behind the, the 2nd finger. It's back here, closer to the, right behind the 1st finger, really. One of the great things about the guitar is that you can take one thing and play that same thing pretty much anywhere else on the fretboard. So for example, the pattern I'm going to show you now for how to play the D chord, or the D bass line I should say, is exactly the same as what we've just done. So we played the pattern here at the 5th fret, and this I said was over an A chord. Now for the D chord and for the D walking bass line, you're going to play exactly the same, absolutely exactly the same thing, but starting on the 5th fret of the A string. Now the note that you have here at the 5th fret is a D. Okay, that's a D. On the on the E string, on the low E string, that note at the 5th fret was an A. Skipping over one string is a D at the 5th fret. And so, as I said, the pattern is exactly the same. Exactly. So you're just doing it from the 5th string, 4th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 3rd string, 3rd string, 4th string, 4th string, 5th string. So exactly the same pattern, just on different frets. And what do you think? How are we going to do it for the E in the 12-bar blues? How are we going to play over an E chord? Where do you think we start? But before we do, I'm going to talk a little bit about the strumming hand. So with your picking hand, for me it's the right hand, what I'm doing is I'm resting it here on this part of the guitar. So I'm resting this part here of my hand on the guitar like that, and this is how I hold my plectrum between the thumb and the 1st finger. My hand is not touching the strings, otherwise you kind of get a dampening sound, which is great, but it's not really what I want for this particular thing. And so, as I said, I'm doing down picks all the time, like that. And I've got a pretty even, steady motion and all that regular down picking. And you also notice, of course, it doesn't speed up, it doesn't slow down. But this hand stays here, rests gently on this part of the guitar while you play. So how do we play over the E chord in the 12-bar blues progression? Well, so we did the A here, 5th fret of the low E string, because that's an A note. We did the D here, 5th fret of the A string, because that's a D note. Now, we have to go up to get an E. And to go up, we're going to go up 2 frets because we've got D, D sharp, and then here we are, E. So we're starting at the 7th fret. Now, the thing is, what you'll notice is that here, when we play the E, we're now on at the final 4 bars of the 12-bar blues. And you'll see that E is only 1 bar. So we're only going to play the first half. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, the pattern is the same. The fingers are the same. 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd finger, 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger. Yeah, got it. And that's what we're doing. And you'll also notice that for that final 4 bars, it's all 1 bar, each of those chords. So for that final 4 bars, you're going to do this. E, D, A, E. That's the final 4 bars because they are all 1 bar each of the pattern. And remember, the pattern is the same, the fingers are the same, the picking is all the same. That's fantastic, isn't it? So let's have a run through, or should I say walk through, of the 12-bar blues in A. And you can see the pattern is on the screen. So we've got 4 bars of A, so that's repeating the pattern twice. Then you've got 2 bars of D, so we are repeating the pattern once. Then you've got 2 bars of A, so repeat the pattern once. And then we have that 1 bar, 1 bar, 1 bar, 1 bar of the E chord, the D chord, the A chord, and then the E chord again. And then that can repeat, or you can just finish off on an A note. So what we're going to do is we're going to play through it twice. Okay, and we'll play through it slowly. We're not going to go too fast. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So why don't you play along to these 12-bar blues backing tracks and let your fingers do the walking. Thanks for joining me today. Happy strumming.